I'm gonna install this Schlage lock set in a door. This is model number L9050, very common in some places. This is how the completed assembly looks like. It doesn't have a deadbolt, it's not gonna have a deadbolt, it is gonna be just set for passage and a hallway. Some of the screws and tools are here for it. The door needs to be drilled and marked to fit the lock set as shown on these dimensions. So there is 10mm drill bit and goes here. This hole here is, and this one are offset from the center of this hole, 14mm over and 14mm up. It's metric. It's replacing this Yale lock set, which fell apart sideways. You can see this opened up and the components rattled out from it because there weren't enough screws in it. Whoever installed this originally, so this just shook apart and fell apart and whatever. The dimensions on this lock set from center to center, as well as these holes, the location of these holes and the size of those holes are different from this Schlage model. So that's why the door needs to be drilled to fit this new lock set. To have the door drilled out properly for this lock set, I copied the manufacturer's template over on this piece of plywood, and you see the problem with the original lock set. The holes are going to be not lining up exactly in the same orientation, so I'm going to need 2 new holes drilled in exactly wherever it's marked on the template. This cover plate here, I'm going to have to remove it just so I can clamp this one flat on the door. Following the manufacturer's dimensions, 10mm hole, 25mm hole are generously oversized. Take a look at the fit of this component. You see there's enough room sideways here for misalignment. Likewise, they call for 10mm holes for those 2 components, and that's how they fit. So there is enough space for misalignment, or to accommodate for misalignment. So the door skin on this side of the door had to be adjusted like so to accommodate for this stud coming through there. And in order to avoid a skidding drill bit here slipping off the surface in this direction here, trying to balance it here on this side, I'm drilling it from this side, pushing the drill bit through like so. That way the holes will line up for sure. So I'm through the door from that side, and so that's how it looks like from this side. It needs to be enlarged still because it's not exactly perpendicular to my liking to the door surface. A touch of this threadlock compound was applied to the fasteners here, and we are good to go for lock assembly. So let's have a test fit just with these components. Obviously this hole here has been further modified as well. So let's see how we line up. Yeah, it doesn't go through. We're hitting something on the opposite side, and it is obvious that we need to do some more filing hereabouts. The other one looks like it's gonna work. Now let's see. After a little bit of adjustment, it looks like it's gonna almost effortlessly make it. Alright. And there, just needs the spring, all of these components here, easy from here on. So this component goes in first with this round flange seated against the lock set, and the spring has to be seated against the flange and not in any other way. So then now we've got this component here. The rotation of the handle is indicated on it. This is reversible, but it's only going to work one way. In in this case it's gonna go this way. The handle is here. And these parts just slide together just like so. There, that's been fitted in. So the other side looks like this, and this is fully functional as is. The same repeats on this side. So this square component or square shaft goes in here with the flange first, spring after, and we've got this component that needs to be laid out in the rotation of the handle, and this trim piece needs to be, I'm gonna need 2 hands for this, needs to be screwed on there with these 2 screws. Very easy. So this is how the installed screws look like. There's gonna be a cover plate on this looking like so. So none of the holes are exposed or extend past this cover plate, and the handle will just be threaded like so, and it's fully functional on both sides, fairly obvious. So this is the tool that fits the hole and can be used to tighten it with, or a hardened, I don't know, a center punch or nail or whatever is suitable. And finally, of course, let's hope that the latch matches the strike plate on the other side, and the door closes looking good. Let's see the other side. Nice. And let's check the latching speed. Nice. So the door closer works, the hinges aren't squealy, and I replaced these door bumps. They just go into the door jamb. There's one of them there, another one there, and of course the job is finished with vacuuming everything done.